Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Caitanya Caritāmrta class, celebrating our Krish. Om Jnana-Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Samyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Caitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Advaitam Savadhitam Parikana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagaspate Gopesha Gopakanta Radhakanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwananuste Devi Pranamami Harite Mancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachare Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatyadeshatare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. We are discussing from Chaitanya Caritāmrta, Madhya Lila. We are at chapter 14. It is entitled The Performance of the Vrindavan Pastimes. In this chapter, so far we have heard how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave mercy to Prataparudra Maharaj, who entered Jagannath Vallabh garden in the dress of a simple Vaishnava, started massaging the feet of Mahaprabhu, and he was singing the Gopi Gita. Mahaprabhu became very happy, ecstatic, and when he sang this shloka, Tava Caithamritam Sapta Jivanam, ending with Purita Jana, Mahaprabhu said, Purita, you are Purita, you are Purita. Who are you? Prabhu kahe ke tumhe korila murahit achambitya kiya Krishna Leela. Sorry, you are making me drink the nectar of Harikatha. Prataparudra Maharaj said, Ami tav dasiram da pritter bhritya parage Maharaj. I'm your servant of your servant. And all the Vaishnavas, they became very happy seeing Mahaprabhu showing mercy to Prataparudra Maharaj. After that, Mahaprabhu, he accepted prasad with all the devotees, and every day till the time Mahaprabhu was there in Gundicha, Mahaprabhu, till the time Jagannath was there in Gundicha, Mahaprabhu danced and took kirtan with all the devotees every day. And after doing kirtan, they would take bath in Indradyumna Sarovar. The multiple pastimes, water pastimes are described. How various devotees, they would play Dvaitacharya and Nityananda Prabhu, then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Ramananda Rai. They were playing like children. Mahaprabhu told Gopinath Acharya, just tell them to behave properly. They are Pandit Gambhir Dohe Pramanik Jan Bala Chanchalya Kore Varaha Varjan. They are being children. Please tell them to behave properly. Gopinath Acharya says, Are Mahaprabhu, it is your mercy. Your mercy has drowned them in love of God. शुष्क तर्क खुली खाईते जन्म गिला जात तारे लीला अमृत क्यों एक कृपा तुम्हार. Whole life he has just eaten the dry cake of logic. You are making him drink the nectar of self-love. It's your mercy. And you see, can drown your mountains. Meru and Mandar like your mercy. And what is this? These two people, they are like small hills of mount of stone in compared to Meru and Mandar. Meru, Mandar, Dubai, Jasatha, 8 So in this way, Mahaprabhu and all the devotees, they performed wonderful pastime. Last Tuesday, we heard the wonderful festival of Hera Panchami. Prataparudra Maharaj, he is explaining Kashi that I want to celebrate the Hera Panchami festival. It should be more grand than Jagannath Yatra, Rath Yatra. And he tells in detail what should be done, how the entire city should be decorated, Ratha should be decorated. And Mahaprabhu arrives at the Hera Panchami festival, and he is observing whatever is happening. All the associates of Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi is in a very angry mood because Krishna told that I'll return day after. He's not returning. 4 days have passed by. He's very angry. And all these soldiers of Lakshmi Devi, they are beating the soldiers of Jagannath. So Mahaprabhu, he asks Swarup Damodar, what is this happening here? Why is Lakshmi Devi so angry? And then Swarup Damodar describes the whole thing. We discussed in verse number 139. Swarup Damodar tells, actually, when a lady is rejected by the lover, beloved, she becomes very sad, morose, and she doesn't want to dress properly. She draws lines on the ground with her nails. But here, the pride of Lakshmi Devi is different. I've never seen such type of pride anywhere in the world. She is dressing herself nicely with ornaments, and she is sending her soldiers to punish the soldiers of Jagannath Ji, to beat the soldiers of Jagannath. What is happening here? This type of pride I have never seen anywhere. Prabhu kahe kah braje ramanera prakar, Swarup kahe gopiman nadi shatadhar. So Mahaprabhu, he asked Swarup Damodar Goswami, can you please tell me the varieties of egoistic pride manifested by the gopis in Vrindavan? So says, the pride of gopis is like the river flowing with hundreds of tributaries. Different gopis, different ladies, different women have different ways of expressing their pride and jealousy. Naikara subhava prema vritte bahu bheda, sei bheda nana prakar manera udbheda. The characteristics and modes of love are different in different women. And their anger out of jealousy also takes different forms. He says it is not possible to describe completely all these emotions, but I'll tell a few prominent emotions, few principles. He says there are 3 types of women. The gopis, the Braja ladies, they are 3 types of when they show they experience jealous anger. There are 3 types. Some are sober, some are restless, some are both sober and restless. So sober heroine, she is called as Dhira. So Swarup Damodar Goswami. That is very interesting. 2 sannyasis are sitting and discussing about the lady. Their anger, jealous anger, and their loving emotions. It may look a little strange. How is this possible? In Bhagavatam, when Vidurji meets Maitreya Muni, Vidurji is a renunciant. Maitreya Muni is a renunciant. And Vidurji, he is asking Maitreya, can you please tell me about the household life of Swami Muni? So it is also very interesting. 2 renunciants discussing about the grihastha life of a king. What is so special about the king? So there the word used is Vishwaksena Ashrayohi Asau. Swayambhuvasya Manu, he is not just a great king, Adi Rajasya Sattama, Guhine Shraddhanaya. Please tell me, I want to hear, because this king has taken shelter of Krishna. The story of the devotees of the Lord, it may look apparently the same as the story of materialistic kings. It is not like that. There is complete difference. Similarly, 2 sannyasis are hearing about the loving affairs of a male and a female, or The anger, jealous anger of lady, it is not at all a subject matter for our announcement. Why they are discussing this? Because there is not a tinge of karma in that. In this world, whatever emotions is displayed by a lover or a beloved, it is for their own satisfaction, own enjoyment. But whatever anger, whatever jealousy, whatever emotions, pride, these gopis they develop, they show, exhibit. It is just to give pleasure to Krishna. Because they know Krishna wants me to develop, show these emotions. That will give pleasure to Krishna more. आत्मेंद्रिय प्रीति वांछा तारे बोली काम कृष्णेंद्रिय प्रीति इच्छा धारे प्रेमना. There is a gulf of difference between the love and lust. Love and lust, externally they may look the same. But no. Love is like a gold, lust is like iron. In love, there is only consideration for the well-being of the beloved. In lust, one is only concerned about one's own self. All these descriptions mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavatam, in Caitanya Caritāmrta, you should understand that they are free of any tinge of lust. With all the gopis, whatever emotions they are showing, it is only to give pleasure to Krishna, not for them, their own sense gratification. That should be very clear. That is understanding. Madhya, this sober heroine, whenever she sees her hero approaching, she becomes very happy, she gets up, she embraces, she offers him a place to sit, and although inside she will be angry. She conceals her anger. She speaks sweet words. When the beloved embraces, she also returns her embrace. That is sober, dhira. Adhira, restless. So Adhira, she sometimes chastises her beloved with cool words. He says sometimes she pulls his ear out. Sometimes she binds him with a flower garland out. There is third category, dhira, adhira. Sometimes sober, sometimes restless. So she speaks vocal words. Sometimes she is angry. Sometimes she is very happy. Sometimes she praises her lover. Sometimes chastises her. All these. मुग्धा मध्या प्रगल्भा किन्नैकार भेद मुग्धा नहीं जाने मानेर वैदव्य विभेद. So these heroines may be classified into three parts: Mugdha, Madhya, Pragalbha. Captivated, intermediate, and impudent. And this captivated Mugdha, she is very humble. She is controlled by the beloved. She doesn't know about other two emotions, Madhya and Pragalbha. When she is sad, she'll cry. She'll not speak any words. She'll not show her anger. She'll always be sweet. Rukmini Devi is like that. Here in Bhagavatam, when Krishna, one time he started telling, "Oh, why did you marry me? It was not a good decision. You could have married other kings. There are so many kings more powerful than me. They were there ready to lay down their lives for you. You would have married them. And I ran away from my hometown. I have made my city in the middle of the ocean. I'm, just running here and there. Nobody knows my birth, my caste. So many things he's speaking just to incite anger. But instead of inciting anger in Rukmini becomes fearful that maybe Krishna will leave me. She faints. She starts crying, she faints. So that's how, some of the ladies are, some of the gopis are also like that. Mugdha. Some are pragalbha, some are sober, some are restless, some are both sober and restless. And some of these, they are further categorized. The Madhya and Pragalbha. So the Mugdha, those who are sober, they are very, silent. But Mugdha and Pragalbha and Madhya. Pragalbha and Madhya means those who are intermediate and impudent. They are further classified in three parts, three varieties. Some are very talkative, some are mild, and some are equipoise. And according to their character, most important part, either one is talkative or mild or equipoise. Either one is Madhya, Pragalbha, Vaid, and Mudha. Most important part is they increase Krishna's loving. That is a secret. They have nothing, no reservation for about their own behavior. Whatever they are doing to increase the ecstasy of Krishna. They know if Krishna wants me to behave in this situation so that he'll be happy. They please Krishna. They are all, Prabhuji Goswami says, Swarup Damodar Goswami, they are all faultless. They are all transcendental. It is not that, oh, why these are so angry ladies? These gopis, why are they so angry? And these gopis are very humble, very peaceful. They never, blame Krishna. They never chastise Krishna. These gopis are always chastising Krishna. They are all transcendent. They are all faultless. Their only focus is to give pleasure to Krishna. एक कथा सुनिया प्रभुर आनंद अपार कह कह दामोदर बोले बार बार. As Mahaprabhu is hearing all these wonderful principles and descriptions from Swarup Damodar Goswami, Mahaprabhu becomes very happy. And he says, Kaha, Kaha Damodar. And Mahaprabhu is repeatedly saying, Damodar, please go on speaking again and again. Keep repeating. Go on speaking. And then Swarup Damodar Goswami, he continues. He continues the description. He starts describing the qualities of Krishna and the various characteristics of the Buddha. Damodar kohe Krishna Rasika Shekhar Rasa Aswadakar Smay Kalevar. Krishna, he is Rasika Shekhar. He is the master of all the transcendental mellows. Rasa Aswadaka, he is a taster of all the transcendental mellows. And Rasmay Kalevar, his body is made up of transcendental bliss. As Caritāmrta Sindhu begins with this, Akhila Rasamrita Murti. Krishna is the reservoir of all the rasas. He is Rasmay Kalevar. His body is full of rasa. There are 12 rasas, 5 primary and 7 secondary. Krishna is the embodiment of all those rasas. When Krishna enters the arena, sing arena, different people are seeing Krishna and they are having different emotions. Mallanam ashanirnam narvaro klinam smaro murtiman gopanam swajano tatam shitipumaya shasta shukitro shishu mityu bhojapate virana vidusham tattvam param yoginam Vishninam paradevate vistoram gataktadraja. When Krishna entered the wrestling arena along with the elder brother Balaram, the entire Mathura is assembled there. Everybody is seeing Krishna in a different mood. Chanur and Mushtik, they were seeing Krishna as a very powerful wrestler. Kallanam Ashanirninam Narvaro, and all the common men, they saw him as the best of the human beings. Strinam Paromurtiman, and this lady, they saw him as Cupid personified. And all the cowherd boys were also there. Gopanam Swajana, they were thinking, Are, he is our friend. Gopanam Swajano, Nanda Maharaj, Yashodamai, they were there. Devaki Vasudeva were there. They were thinking, oh, he's our child. Asatam Kshiti Pujam, for the impious king, he was chastiser. So Pitro Shishu, for Devaki Vasudeva, Vatsalya Bhav, oh, he's our child. Mrityu Bhojapate, Kamsa, he saw Krishna in death personified. Foolish men, those who were ignorant of the absolute truth, they saw him as personification of the Virata Rupa. All the Jnani, they were also converted. They saw him as Param Tattva, Paramatma. Vrishnis were also there. They saw him as their worshipable deity. Vrishninam Paradevate Divito Rangam Gadasagaj. That's how Krishna is Rasmai Kalevar. He's full of rasa. He is the one who can reciprocate with everyone in any emotion. He is Rasik Shekhar. He is a master of all the transcendental mellows. He is the only one who tastes those mellows. Premamaya Vapu Krishna Bhakta Premadhin Shuddha Preme Rasa Gune Gopika Praveen. Premamaya Vapu. So Krishna, his body is Premamaya. He's full of ecstatic love. And Krishna Bhakta Prema Adhin. He becomes controlled by the love of his devotees. Aratya Parjan Sevana Satya Lotya Veerasananugamanas Davana Pranama Snigdheshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu Bhaktim Karoti Nipatis Sharanarabhinde. Krishna was becoming the chariot driver, their companion, their messenger, their protector. Everything he was doing for Pandavas because they were malleable to the will of Krishna. Snigdha, Prabhupada writes, Snigdha means malleable. The devotees are ready to do anything for Krishna, and therefore Krishna is ready to do anything for his devotees. He becomes controlled by his devotees. Prema Adhin. As Krishna tells to Durvasa Muni in the 9th canto of Bhagavatam, Aham Bhakta Paradhino Nahi Asvatantra Iva Dvija. I am not independent, I am controlled by my devotees. Sadhuvir Grasta Hridayam Bhaktair Bhakta Janapriya. I am controlled by my devotees. So Krishna is Bhakta Prema Adhin. So after describing the qualities of Krishna as Rasika Shekhar, Rasa Aswadaka, Rasmaya Kalevar, Premamaya Vapu, and Bhakta Prema Adhin. Then he starts describing the qualities of the Buddha. Gopikara preme nahi rasa bhasra dosh ataeva Krishna kare parama santosh. In that, before, half of the previous verse describes also the qualities of the Buddha. Shuddha preme rasa gune gopika praveen. So gopis are very much experienced in pure love. And rasa gune, experiencing the transcendental mellows. They are expert, praveen. And Gopikar Preme Nahi Rasabhas. Rasabhas means there is no flaw, there is no adulteration in their love. No Rasabhas. That is why Krishna is very satisfied. Atta eva Krishna Karina Parama. Because Krishna is not so pleased by a love which has some mixed mellows. If two different mellows are mixed, that is not at all palatable. It is like if sugar and salt is mixed, then it is not at all palatable. So sometimes some people, when they don't understand the intricacies of devotion, they mix the mellows. That is called as rasabha. When one's relation with Krishna is adulterated, different types of mellows are put, rasabha. And because of these rasavas, various apasampradayas they originate. For example, Gauranga Nagari, this sampradaya, what they do? They dress Mahaprabhu as Krishna and they do Ras Lila for Mahaprabhu. It is a rasabha. Mahaprabhu is in Dasya Bhav and they are putting Madhya Bhav. It is rasabha. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, there are different types of rasabha. So ras means mellow and abhas means a shadow. When there is a shadow of one mellow in another, that is called as rasabha. There are three types of rasabha: first, first grade, second class, and third class rasabha. So the first is uparasa. Uparasa means if one tastes one kind of mellow and something extra is imposed in that. One type of mellow is being tested and something else is also imposed. That is called uparasa. Second is anurasa. Anurasa means if something is derived from the original mellow. And third is called as aparasa. If something is appreciated that is far removed from the original mellow. Original is not there at all. And something else is only getting appreciated there. That is called as aparasa. So uparasa, anurasa, and aparasa. They are first class, second class, and third class. The lowest. So all these types of rasabhas mentioned in Caritāmrta by Rupa Goswami. Prabhupada quotes that in the purport there. And then he describes the various types of mellows by quoting a verse from Bhagavatam, how gopis are experiencing different types of mellows. Evam shashankam shubhirajita nisha satyakamo anurata balagana shishevyatmanyavaruddha shaurata sarva sharattavya katharatha. So in the autumn night, in the autumn season, in the night, every night, Satyakam, the supreme absolute truth, he was dancing with all the cowherd dancing. And he was experiencing a wonderful rasa, enjoyed his rasa. He is Shishevi Atmanya Avarutta Shaurata. His transcendental lust, transcendental mellow was completely expressed and checked by all the gopis. Sarva Sharattavya Katharatha. And when all the cowherd ladies, all the Braj gopis, they came, he enjoyed speaking to them and dancing with them. And he was very happy. So Prabhupada describes in that purport, by hearing all these things, one should never think that the relationship of Krishna and the gopis is material. Gopis are all transcendental and Krishna is also transcendental spirit soul. There is nothing material happening here. Because Krishna is Purna Shuddha. He is all pure. He is spiritual. So how can anything material come and touch with spiritual? The gopis are all spiritual. These activities of the gopis with the gopis are all spiritual. There is not a tinge of material contamination in that relationship. That's why in Bhagavatam, after this Ras Panchadhyaya, in the Falashruti of Ras Panchadhyaya, there was one case. Anyone who hears this with pure heart, he'll be purified of all the lust. But the problem is our heart is not pure. Therefore, when we hear the Rasa Lila, we get more degraded because our mind is not purified. Srila Prabhupada writes, the gopis, they have nothing to do with the material world, and Krishna is also spiritual. So Krishna's lusty desires and all his dealings with the gopis, they are spiritual. Externally, it may look same, but it is not the same. Because just like the gold and the iron, they both are metal, but they are not same. There is a gulf of the difference. Etadishanam ishasya prakritistopi tadgune na yujyate sadatmaste yatha buddhi tadashraya. All the queens of Krishna, they are trying to attract Krishna. As Krishna enters Dwarka, all the queens, they are trying to attract Krishna by their loving glances, by their smiles. Uddama bhava pishuna malavalguhasa Vridavalokanihато madano piyasa Sammuhya chapamajaha samadottamasta Yasyai hriyai vimasitam kuhakaina sheku. They are showing all their beauty, all their feminine gestures. Valguhasa, smiles, Vridavaloka, shy glances. Even Cupid will be bewildered. But Krishna was never attracted and disturbed by any of this. Krishna was attracted by their devotion, not by their physical beauty. And there, Shukadeva Goswami describes, this is the divinity of the Supreme Divine. Etad Ishanam Ishasya Prakriti Sthopi Tadgunaihi Na Yujyate Sadatmasthir Yatha Buddhi Tadashraya. This is the divinity of the Supreme Divine. Although he is in this material world, he is not affected by this. Prakriti Astho Api. Na Yujyate. Na Yujyate means never get affected by it. And similarly, the devotees are also not affected by anything material, the pure devotees of the Lord. Just like Haridas Thakur, Maya Devi personally came to test him. Krishne nama vishtamana sada harina aranye rodita hoila vibhava prakash. He was absorbed in the names of Krishna. All the beauty of Maya Devi was like somebody crying in wilderness. Nobody will hear the cry in the forest. So Prabhupada writes, one has to be transcendently realized even before considering relishing the pastimes of Krishna. Considering relishing, not relishing, consider, even before considering that I want to relish, has to be realized. One time Sri Prabhupada was giving a class in one life member's house. And the lady, she was saying, Maharaj, Swamiji, please speak about Ras Lila. And Prabhupada was avoiding it and he was describing some basic principles. And she was telling again and again, no, Swamiji, can you please describe the Ras Lila pastime? Ultimately, Prabhupada said, you may be qualified to hear, I am not qualified to speak. So we have to understand, unless one is transcendentally realized, Prabhupada tells, just see who is discussing this pastime. Mahaprabhu and Swarup Damodar Goswami, best of the renunciants. Mahaprabhu would not allow any ladies to come near him, even to offer some prasad. Swarup Damodar Goswami is also renowned soul. How can they discuss something which is mundane? Prabhupada writes, unless the gopis were on the spiritual platform, Mahaprabhu would have never even mentioned them to Swarup Damodar Goswami. That is understanding. And then Swarup Damodar continues after describing the gopis, how Krishna would enjoy with the gopis. Swarup Damodar Goswami said there are two types of gopis. There are left-wing gopis and right-wing gopis. Vama eka gopigan, dakshina eka gan, nana bhava koraye Krishna rasa aswadan. So the gopis are left-wing gopis, Vama Swabhav, and Dakshina Swabhav, right-wing gopis. But the purpose of both right-wing or left-wing, whoever they may be, they both are for only one purpose. Nana bhava karai Krishna rasa aswadan. This is the background. This is the foundation. Rasa Krishna rasa aswadan. So although the externals may be different, somebody may be very angry gopi, somebody may be very mild gopi, but both are meant to give pleasure to Krishna only, because they know Krishna wants us to be in that situation. Krishna wants me to become angry. Krishna also wants to experience. If everybody just surrenders to Krishna, there is a path. So one time, Shruta Kirti Prabhu, he was servant of Prabhupada, and he gave oranges to Prabhupada. Prabhupada ate the oranges, and the peels and the seeds were there. So he brought, and he had to go for deity worship, cooking for the deity. So Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastra, you can treat the paraphernalia of Guru and Krishna same. So he brought the peas and the seeds, and he put that in the dustbin where the deity Nirmalya was put. The waste from the deity kitchen was put. Prabhupada came and he saw this, started chastising. You are so foolish, you are good, you are always contaminated, you, all the Westerners, you don't see the difference between Shuchi and Muchi, you will never understand. And you are giving all the chastisement for 5 or 10 minutes. I should kill the Prabhu didn't say anything. You tell I would never retaliate. I would never say anything. You say, Prabhupada, I am so fallen. I am so foolish. After chastising for 10 minutes, Prabhupada said, oh, there is no fun chastising you. You never fight back. That was, rasa. Everybody wants some retaliation should be there. तभी तो मजा आएगा. If everybody accepts whatever I am saying without any resistance, where is the fun then? There is a fun in doing some argument, some jhagda. उसमें भी मजा आता है. So both these right-wing and left-wing gopis, their only purpose is prana bhava karaye Krishna rasa. So we should never start thinking, hey, how can they become angry on Krishna? Mahaprabhu, Krishna in the mood of Mahaprabhu, why he came as Mahaprabhu? Krishna is thinking that when all the world is glorifying me, I don't like that much. When the gopis, they chastise me, that is better. When my friends, they climb on my shoulders, I like that. Sakha mero shuddha bhave sandhya arohan, tumi purna badalo katho miya masa. They sit on my shoulders and they say, whatever big person you are, yesterday only we defeated you. That is more pleasing to me. Priyamure manapuri kore bhartan sarva vedasti hoye hore moraman. When the gopis chastise me, I like that more than Vedas. Aishwarya jnani te sarva jagatam mishrit. Aishwarya shithila prema nahi mora please. Because the entire world is worshipping me in Aishwarya bhav. Nobody can put their hands on the shoulder of Vishnu and say, chalo ghum ke aayenge thoda. Let's go. Nobody can do that. But Gopals can sit on the shoulder of Krishna. Gopis can chastise Krishna. It is impossible in Vaikuntha to do any of that. Shri Swami Pushkarini Kapta Vanirmalanga Shreya Zinohara Virinchi Panandanadya Dware Vasanti Varavitra Hatuttamanga Shri Venkadajadapade Supravatam. What is happening in this? The scene of Vaikuntha gate is described. All the great devatas, Virinchi, Shiva, Brahma, Shiva, Nanda, Sananda, Indra, Chandra, not Nanda, sorry, they are the Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, all devatas, they take part in Pushkarini, and with their wet clothes on, they are standing in line to take darshan of the Lord at the gate. Dware Vasanti Varavitra Hatuttamanga. On the gate, who are there? Jai Vijay. They have their Vetra in their hand. Vetra means stick, guarding stick. And all these devas, they are chanting loudly the glorifications of the Lord. So right in front, some of the devata is standing. What they do? They hit them on their heads and say, please chant softly. Others are all chanting. Varavetra Hatha Uttamanga. Uttamanga means head. Krishna doesn't like all this. Krishna likes chastisement of the gopis more. Aishwarya Jnanete Sarva Jagatam Mishrit. Aishwarya Shithila Prema Nahi Morapti. So either left wing gopi or right wing gopi, whoever they may be. Nana bhava karaye Krishna rasa aswadan. That is the only purpose. So either left wing or right wing. So left wing gopi is always eager, to be jealously angry. Left wing gopis are always angry. They immediately become angry when defeated. They will chastise. They never come under the control of the hero. If and they always oppose him. They are never on the side of the hero. They are always opposite. And the right wing gopis, they are always very peaceful. They'll always speak sweet words. They can't tolerate womanly anger. They can't tolerate these left wing gopis. They'll always, how can they chastise Krishna? So these are the various types of gopis. So after describing these two types of gopis, now Swarup Damodar Goswami, he starts describing Radha. Gopi Gana Madhya Sreshta Radha Thakurani Nirmala Ujjvala Rasa Prema Ratnapani. Gopi Gana Madhya Sreshta. All the gopis, who is Sreshta? Radha Thakurani. Nirmal Ujjvala Rasa Prema Ratna Khani. She is the jewel mine, Ratna Khani. She is the jewel mine of Prema Ujjval Rasa. She is a jewel mine of ecstatic love and source of all purified transcendental conjugal mellows. And then he goes on to describing some details of Radha. Vayase madhyama te ho svabhave te sama गाढ़ प्रेम भावे त्यों निरंतर वामा. वयसे मध्यमा, she is grown up. त्यों स्वभावे ते समा, and she is equipoised in her character. But in the mood of ecstatic love, she is always Vama Gopi. She is always in the mood of left wing Gopi. Angry. Prabhupada writes in the purport from Ujjvala Neelmani of Rupa Goswami. Left wing Gopi and the right wing Gopi. Managrahe sadutyukta tatshayitilye chakopana abhedya nayake praye krura avameti kirtyate. Managrahe, always angered, jealously angered, always eager to be angered. They like to become angry. Sadatyukta, who is very enthusiastic for that position. Tatshayitilye chakopana, immediately becomes angered when defeated. Abhedya nayake praye, never under the control of the hero. And krura avameti kirtyate, always opposing the hero. That is called as Vama Swabhava. And the right wing Gopi is Asahya Mana Nirbandha. She cannot tolerate womanly anger. She is always very silent, peaceful, Nayake Yuktavadi. Whatever the hero wants to hear, she'll speak like that only, always speak sweet words. Samabhis Tena Bhedyacha Dakshina Parikirtita. She is a right wing Gopi. But Radharani is a left wing Gopi. She likes that. Vamya Swabhava Mane Uthe Nirantar. Tara Madhya Uthe Krishnera Ananda Sagar. And Vamya Swabhava Mana Uthe Nirantar, because she is a left wing Gopi. Her womanly anger is always the right wing. Always. She becomes angry many times. That's why she always goes into Man. The right wing Gopis can never go into Man. You will never find any of the Man lila with right wing Gopis. Only left wing Gopis, they become angry. And Tar Madhya Uthe Krishnera Ananda Sagar. But this anger derives, but gives great transcendental bliss to Krishna. So again and again, we have to understand that whatever Krishna is doing, all these are much beyond us. understanding. We are discussing this for the sake of this discussion happening in the Bhagavad Chaitanya Charitamrita. But we're just speaking the words. That's it. What it actually means is completely unknown. We're just reading, as Prabhupada would say, licking the honey from the pot outside of the pot. We cannot taste. We are just reading the words, reading the description, just for the sake of at least knowing what is here in Chaitanya Charitamrita. To give us some theoretical understanding, okay, but to understand actually what is Vama Subhava, what is Dakshinya, it is difficult, it is impossible in the conditioned stage to understand. Continues. What is this Vama Subhava? He quotes another verse of Rupa Goswami from Ujjwal Neelmani. Ahe iva gati premna subhava kutila bhavet ato heto ahetoscha yuno man udanchati. Ahe iva gati. Ahi means like snake. How the snake moves? Sometimes the snake will go this side, sometimes the snake will go that side. And one may be thinking, well, where does he want to go? Sometimes he's going here, sometimes right, sometimes left. Where does he want to go? The loving affair between a young boy and a young girl is like that. Always crooked. Like the ahe gati. Ahe gati means the movement of snake. The snake may go this right and left, but ultimately it is going ahead of me. So Kutila Sobhav, the loving affairs between the young boy and young girl, they appear like this. Crooked. Sometimes they are becoming angry and going this way, sometimes not angry and this way without a cause, sometimes with a cause. Somebody may say, if you want to love each other, just love each other and be happy. No, sometimes angry, sometimes laughing, sometimes shouting. What is happening? This is Kutila Premna. One will never understand. That is the mood of Vama Subhava Gopi. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears all this, he becomes really happy, ecstatic. Eta Shuni Bade Prabhu Ananda Sagar, Kaha 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 Prabhu Bade Bole Damodar. And Mahaprabhu is in ecstasy. Why is in ecstasy? We can't understand why he's in ecstasy. But this mood of Radha Krishna Lila gives ecstatic emotions to all the pure devotees. For us, well, it is like, may look like an ordinary relation between boy and girl. The ordinary girls get become angry. Ordinary relation also has all these things. But Mahaprabhu is not happy because of this material relation. He is happy because all these relations ultimately give pleasure to Krishna. And therefore he is saying, go on speaking. Well, kaha kaha kahe Prabhu bole Damodar. Oh Damodar, so Damodar Goswami, please keep on speaking. And he continues. Adhirudha Mahabhava Radhikara Prema Vishuddha Nirmalaiche Dashavanahima. Now, Radharani's prema, the love of Radharani is highly advanced ecstasy. Adhirudha Mahabhava. Mahabhava is the last stage of even prema. After prema, there are 5 more levels. After prema, there is mana, there is sneha, then bhava. There is another bhava after prema, then mahabhava. Mahabhava Sarupa Shri Radha Thakurani Sarvaguna Khani Krishna Kanta Siromani. Mahabhava Sarupa, embodiment of Mahabhava is Radharani. So Radharani displays highly advanced ecstasy. Adhirudha Mahabhava Radhikara Prema. And all her emotions, activities are Vishuddha, Nirmal. They are pure. They are devoid of any material tinge. Material means I want something for myself. Radharani, there is nothing material. Everything for Krishna. Vishuddha Nirmala Yaiche. Dashavana Hema, her dealings are 10 times purer than the gold. Gold is the purest of all the metals. But the loving relation of Radharani is 10 times greater than. That means it is beyond imagination. It cannot be compared with anything of this world. So that's how the transcendental mellows, the characteristic qualities of Radharani is described. She is Gopigan Madhya Sreshtha. She is a chief among the gopis. Nirmal Ujjvala Rasa. Prema Ratna Khani. Vayase Madhyama. Swabhavate Sama. She is Garth Prema Bhava. She is deeply absorbed in ecstatic love. And she is Vama. She is Vama Subhava. Adhirudha Mahabhava. She is highly advanced nature. And then, after describing the qualities of Srimati Radharani, Swarup Damodar Goswami starts describing the transcendental ecstasy of Radharani. Krishnera darshanayadi pae achambite nana bhava bhushane hoye vibhushite. As soon as Radharani gets a chance to see Krishna, she becomes ecstatic. Her body is not decorated with ornaments. Her body is decorated with ecstatic emotions. Shvedakam, Romanch, Ashru, Gaddad, Vaivarnya, Unmad, Kshad, Karva, Krishnai. These are the decorations in the body of Srimati Radharani. Ashta Satvik Harashadi Vyabhichariyar Sahaja Prema Vimshati Bhava Alankar. There are 32 Vyabhichari Bhava. So all these are descriptions in Caritāmrta into what is Vyabhichari Bhava. Prabhupada also writes in the purport the detail. The transcendental ornaments in the body of Radharani includes the 8 Sattvika Bhava and 32 Vyabhichari Bhava. The second is the Vyabhichari, beginning with Harsha or jubilation, and there are other 20 Bhava also. There are 8 Ashtasatvika Bhava, 32 Vyabhichari Bhava, and 20 Bhava. All these are there in the body of Radharani. And Prabhupada writes in detail in the purport the 33 Vyabhichari Bhava. And later it is described. What are these? Some of these are described. Prabhupada writes Nirveda, Vishada, Dainya, Glani, Shrama, Garva, Shanka, Tras, Avega, Unmad, Vyati, Moha, Vritti, Alasya, Jadya, Vrida, Avahitha, so many things. Prabhupada is giving a list of all these Vyabhichari Bhava. Kilakinchit Uttamit Vilasa Lalit Vibhokta Muttaitar Modadya Chakit. Some of these are explained. Out of these 32 and 8 Bhav, some are explained here. What is Kilakinchit? What is Uttamit? Vilas, Lalit, Vivok, Mottait, Madhya, and Chakita. So all these are described a little bit. So Radharani's body is manifested. Is manifesting all these wonderful parts. She is ocean. She is drowning in the ocean of happiness. So now after describing this, he starts describing a little bit of these various Vyabhichari Kilkinchit. And we continue next time. Some of the static emotions will be described by Swarup Damodar Goswami. We begin from verse number 171. We'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Caitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Shri Krishna Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.